So we should be in alive now.
All
What up,
right.
what up, what up, y'all? I am your host, Smooth. And once again, I am back with an amazing interview. Yo, I know I have been gone for a minute. Y'all know I went through so much, especially with the whole Corona situation. And right now, just trying to get back in the swing of things. But now that I'm back, I got the ultimate guest to my, I'm assuming that's not my right, but I'm going to say my left. Yo, Wish building, Wish people.
Yo, I think I missed like the whole introduction, yo. But I think I got
Can you
it.
hear
It's
me?
just cutting in and out like crazy. But it's all good. What's up, everybody? I'm Wish
Yeah, I know
Granted.
it is raining in Baltimore. It's raining out here.
Yeah, it's wild. Like I hear like two words and that junk go blank. But it's all good. We still gonna do what we gotta do.
Yeah, absolutely. So that don't know, Wish is actually one of the people that I found. The When I found Wish, I found him doing the Raekwon and Ghostface situation. As
Wow.
a matter of fact, look, check this out. I thought real quick, jump back out and jump back in and see what happens. All right, y'all, I'm back, and I feel like that's a little bit better. What I'm not trying to do is go through and have a chop ass interview, but we're gonna figure it out. All right, so Wish is back. Let's do this. Give you that.
Yo,
I'm about to say add the brother to the stream. Let me see him. There we go. Is that better?
yes, way up. Yep. We all good.
Gosh, you got. Okay, cool. All right, so yeah, like I was saying, I was introduced to you through going to the Raekwon and Ghostface concert, and that was with the Soundstage 2019.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep, it was a minute ago. It feels like forever ago, but through all quarantine treated you, like how has this changed your music or affected your music?
Yo, it so like my thrill used to come from doing shows and shit like that. But it made me like really concentrate on like just get more creative with like how I make music and my beats and stuff like that. Like I had to get that thrill from just creating and not showing people like, yo, this is, you know what I mean? So I just tapped in more.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right. Has it like affected I know it definitely didn't affect the creativity, but has it
Yeah.
like affected like show money or trying to book shows at this point?
Shows are dead, bro. Like that's the one thing I hate about COVID, man. Like besides, I know like that's terrible to say because there's people passing from having COVID, but
Right.
how it's affected me is just, man,
True.
I'm not able to perform, bro. Like I hate this shit. My bad if I'm not
And for
like
those that don't know,
very comfortably right now.
no, that's okay.
All right,
No,
but
that's okay. It's fine. Um, man, for those that don't know, if you go to a Wish Granted show, it is an experience, and I let me be very clear. But just to recap, and there's an episode on the Kicking It with Young Spoon podcast that actually has Wish Granted on there as well. But for y'all that don't know, this boy right here do it all. I'm a reiterate. I'm a tell this story real quick because this is real interesting to me. I remember going to Soundstage. We was pumped to see Raekwon and Ghostface. Don't ask me why. In my mind, I thought Ghostface was still going to come with the with the eagle on the arm. I don't know. Mind you, it was like circa 2019. I don't know why I thought he was still going to come with the little shit on his arm. So I get, I really don't know. I don't know. So I get up there and I literally see a keyboard and a saxophone. And I'm like, okay. And I see the sign that says "Wish Granted." I was like, I don't know what this means. I'm not ready for this. What does this mean? So this young man gets up on this stage. Now, mind you, he's opening for them, and there are a couple of opening acts. But for some reason, this sticks out to me so much. Wish not only hyped up the crowd, the Negro played the keyboard. Then on top of him playing the keyboard, he went into the saxophone. Then he re-hyped up the crowd. Then he got off the stage. I said, "Who in the hell?" And and this is how you know it is nothing but God, because I turned to my partner and was like, my homeboy, and I was like, "Look, I'm gonna have him on my show, and not once, but now twice." I said, "I'm gonna have that boy on my show," and the fact that you were from my city just made it all the more better. But yes, so if you have never seen a Wish Granted show, y'all are missing out. Believe you me.
See, ain't nobody saying it right now, bro. But nah, I miss it, bro. I miss it. Mm-hmm. Bad.
Yeah. So let's take it back. So like, when did you know that you loved music? Like you couldn't do anything else? This is my my love and hip hop question. Like, when did you fall in love with hip hop?
So like, I could tell you like the first time I like zoned out to something, and that was when I was like, yo, I really love this shit. You know what I mean? But for me personally, it was something I knew I loved after my very first show. I was like, oh, I really can do this. It really like convinced myself, kind of, you know what I'm saying? And my very first show was I was playing keys and rapping at the same time, and I could see how people was looking at me. I'm like, oh shit, it's like a moment, you know what I mean? And yeah, ever since that day, bro, I just been lights out with it. So yeah,
and like I said, it is a thing. It's like when you perform, you get to this point where you're like, okay, well, it is literally here's the hype, but here's the emotion. And a lot of times you don't get that from an artist. You get, yo, where's the party at? Let's do it, let's run through it. And they all hype. Yeah. But you get a whole journey with a Wish Granted show. And I'm like, damn. Okay, I like that. I like the fact that there are levels. I was like, that's all I could say. I literally sat there and was like, this nigga fucked that shit up. Like, so mind blown. Mind blown. That's literally what I said. In my head, I was like, this thing. I mind you, remember when I showed you the pictures of where I was standing, I was like there. Yeah. I said, this nigga here. So yeah, I was very, very, very impressed. I will tell you. So you got a new project out. It is not called Power. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. It is called PWRR, which stands for Produce, Write, Record, Repeat.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm good. So what was the feel of this, and why was this the next project coming off of your last project?
So it's like another EP kind of sort of, but it's just something a lot of people didn't know that I produced. You know what I mean? So I had to show people like, yo, you can put me in a room and I'll come out with a whole album. And it ain't a lot of artists that can do that. Right. But at the same time, I just wanted to provide people with something something new, but like still paying homage like that classic hip hop feel kind of sort of.
Yes. And you know what I love about it? Because when I love somebody's music and I'm in love with it, I have to dissect it. One of the things I love is that you give me a Logic and a Kanye kind of feel. Like that's the feel I get from it.
Can you repeat that one more time? I'm sorry about that.
I'm sorry. You give me a Logic and a Kanye kind of feel.
Yeah. Very inspired.
Yeah, like in your delivery, I definitely hear a lot of Logic, like especially when you speed up in the rap, and you kind of do different word plays. The wordplay and the analogy and the cockiness, I think, is more the Kanye part of it. I was like, I see that in your music.
Yo, so like Kanye is like my idol, bro. Like that's my the greatest rapper ever to me. You know what I mean? So growing up, he was like the first rap. I was like, yo, I want to be like him. You know what I mean? Because he made look being normal so cool, but the nigga was not normal at all. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And he's still not.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But musically, he's just, it's so dope, man. Like, so I'm like I'm a prodigy of that, man.
Yeah. And I love the fact when anybody can like meld the two together. Like you may not have really thought that it was a Logic kind of thing, but Kanye was your main influence. But it's like when you can pick out those nuances that are in it, you're like, oh, okay, that shit dope. So yeah, I appreciate it.
Hey man, that's what it is, bro. Like, and the crazy thing is, man, you're gonna hear like all types of inspiration on my side, bro. Like I think on that project I had Amazing Grace on there. You know what I'm saying? Like I draw stuff from everywhere, but I'm inspired by so many forms of music. It's ridiculous. You know what I mean?
You know what? That is also a question. Speaking of which,
what's up?
Where do the hooks come from?
Well, honest to God, I really do not know, bro. I be down here writing stuff, man, and I just be trying shit. So like, for anybody that's listening to this, that's a rapper, get your own equipment so you can just try shit. Like I done try to sing down this month. Like I done did everything, but like I find certain pockets and in certain cadences that I'm not able to do if I was on, if I was at the actual studio. You know what I mean? Because I'd be like, I would try to rush and try to hurry up and do something, but like here, I'll be experimenting, bro. Like, I'll be coming up with crazy stuff.
Because what was one hook that was like, "Go ahead with your black ass"?
That's on Play On. That's
okay.
I know they hate you with your black ass. You look like greatness with your black ass.
So first of all, I like to say number one, that went for my workout. Not this morning, but the other day. So I was like, "Ooh, motherfucker, I'm motivated and shit." Like, "Ooh, I'm gonna try to get my life together." Like this some shit. Then number two, yo, I was so blown that the hook stayed in my mind all day long. Okay. I'm at the goddamn job. I'm like, I am greatness with my black ass. Like, I literally am sitting at my desk, sitting at like, I am great. You're right. Like, what the fuck? So, yeah, I appreciate your hooks. Your hooks are awesome.
Oh, yeah, man. Bro, it took years to perfect, man. Hooks used to be trash.
Yes. And, you know, speaking of which, is there a visual coming for Play On?
It's actually out right now.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Go check that out. I ain't get that far in my research, but that's okay. we go make sure. Yes. Well, I'm excited about that then. Now, speaking of visuals, you scared the shit out of me with Eagle Vision.
Oh, I was about to go off.
I was like, sir, please don't go off the cliff. Like, no, wait. But I love the visual because I feel like your visuals take it to the next level. Like literally, I've never seen anybody from our city that does it so well. It's in such a different place. And then the fact of the matter was one of the things I liked in there was the bird's eye view situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like that. I think that was good. So how do you come up with your concepts for your videos? Because your videos do have a different edge compared to everybody else's.
Yeah, so that's the thing, man. I try my best to not be typical when it comes to doing music videos, man, because everybody from where we from, they be doing the exact same shit. They be on the block or doing something crazy, you know what I mean? But
I wasn't gonna say nothing, but you ain't never lied.
Yeah, you all good. You all good.
It's all the same.
I just try to be as creative as I possibly can at the end of the day, and I don't. What am I trying to say? Like I don't. I'm not really afraid to be different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I like it, and I think again that goes to what you talked about before. What kind of gravitated you to Kanye? You know what I'm saying? Kanye was very different, very backpackish, we like, what the hell is this? And like, what is this nigga doing? And then all of a sudden, it just became the anthem to our early 2000s, and you like, oh, everything he does is great.
Yeah, it's fine.
So, with Eagle Vision, like, what was the motivation behind that particular song as well?
Yo, I came across a sample. Ooh, I was like, oh damn. And that one, I ain't gonna lie, I was trying to just flex like I grew up in church kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, church choir and stuff. And it's something about that clap, you know what I mean? That clap, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And,
right.
just really trying to flex with the beat, bro. Like just do some creative, but you can't deny it. You know what I'm saying? It feels too good. And to be honest with you, man, just I don't know if you remember, but like Space Jam when he's practicing, when like Jordan's practicing in the gym and they play Fly Like an Eagle.
Yeah, right.
I was like, how could I do that, but in like a modernized way, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, I had to get somebody else on it. So I went to my girl Lydia. She put down a hook for me, and then I was like, whoa, what can I do to turn this back up? And I used to love like crunk music shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Like what's that shit they had?
like that Lil Jon shit, that crunk music.
Like, we some head busts, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Fucking nigga up, we some head busts.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, and the joint that came to my head was the get on my level, ho, get on my level. I'm like,
that's my shit.
And in my head, I'm like, yo, if I could do a festival one day and the whole crowd is saying, get on my level, ho, I'm like, that'd be fire. So a lot of times if I write the hooks, I think like, how could I perform? You know what I mean?
At a festival, yeah.
And that was it. Like that's the whole, like the hook. I just want to do something that was just like, oh, it's lit. You know what I mean? Like, but at the same time, do something that I know will work. You know what I mean?
Like I feel like Play On, especially with the hook, would be a festival song.
Yeah, it's fire, bro. It's fire.
It definitely
is. Right.
But you know what? You said something else, like, and I want to get your opinion on this. You said something in regards to like the level of using that part from Space Jam and getting the inspiration from that. Speaking of Space Jam, because we are getting a new one with LeBron, do you think we'll ever get a classic like that? Like, not I Believe I Can Fly, but get those classical moments like that. Do you think we'll get something like that?
Yo, movies compared to when like when did that like Space Jam came out? What, like late 90s?
90s, yeah, like 98, 99. Like, oh Jesus, bro, I was still a kid.
Movies in the 90s are just, they were made a certain way, man. Like it's no social media, no nothing. So like people anticipated a movie, like, you know what I mean? So a movie can be good, but it might not last. Like I done seen so many good movies and I don't remember them. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
This LeBron joint ain't gonna hit how the one was with Jordan, bro. Like it was Jordan and Bugs Bunny, bro. People was hype about that. Ain't nobody hype about this.
Nobody knows any. Like, yo, all I know is that LeBron is gonna be in it. I don't know nothing else. That's it. All I know is LeBron is gonna be in it.
Looney Tunes ain't even popping like that no more, man. So it's like, it ain't gonna hit the same.
It's definitely not.
They had to throw Squidward in that one. They had to throw
something. Look, it's just so bad. I'm gonna tell you what's really bad though, for real. And I just witnessed this. I don't have a whole idea of kind of like what it is yet, because I only watched a few minutes of it, but they just released on HBO Max the Tom and Jerry situation.
Stop playing, bro. I'm about to watch that. I'm dead serious too.
Sir, it's gonna hurt your eyes because it's weird. I think that we have not had a situation like that since like Who Framed Roger Rabbit and Space Jam, and I think it's gonna look really weird to the eye. So I'm gonna have to get into it. Like I only got into like the first 10-15 minutes of it before I was like, I'm gonna do something else. But
and this is right now.
Yeah, it's on HBO Max right now.
Oh yeah, I definitely gotta watch that, bro.
Yo, like it just dropped. It just dropped today.
Oh yeah, I will be watching that.
Speaking of which, we go get back to that. But since you're a cartoon guy and I'm assuming a comic book guy too, are you into WandaVision?
No, I actually got no idea what that is.
Y'all are killing me. So I'm going to break this
I
down
know
because
bro.
this is like my favorite thing right now, and everybody's like, I don't know, I don't know. So WandaVision is the Marvel Cinematic Universe Phase 4, and so it's like almost where the Scarlet Witch and Vision go after the events of Endgames. So it's like
Oh
right at
wow.
the end of it, and it's so good. And now I can't spoil it for you because it's too many Easter eggs. But I really wanted you, so if you get a chance. Now you have to watch that too.
I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna
You're
check
gonna
it
have
out.
to. You want on your
Wow.
downtime. It's only 9 episodes. And what they're doing is with Disney Plus, they're bringing it out every week. So
Wow.
I was up. I was up. I got a 3 a.m. workout. Look at me. I got a 3 a.m.
Hey,
workout. I would look. I slept early, and then all of a sudden, I was like, "Oh, I forgot to work out. Let me go ahead and work out at 3 o'clock in the morning."
shit, that's
Um,
amazing. Goodness.
and that's how Play On was the first song. It was on my list. I was like, "All right, this is my warm up."
Wow.
It was on my list, and then I went ahead and watched WandaVision. So it is literally, like I said, like 8 episodes in. It's got so good. They got one more to go, and then you can binge watch the whole thing. So it's gonna be amazing. So make sure you do it.
I'm gonna watch that for sure.
Because I'm gonna hit you and be like, "Yo, did you watch it?" I'm gonna hit you. Now you have another song that I love on the album, which was "Just Because." So where did you get the idea to put those clips into the video?
Oh man, just wanted to do something that was eye grabbing, and like that's
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of times when it's just me and like ain't nobody else in the video, you got to do something that's gonna keep people like what's coming next. You know what I mean? Just
Mm-hmm.
give people just something to bring my words to life, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Exactly. Speaking of your words, on my show, I like to do a kick that lyric. I usually do it on the podcast. I don't do it here. However, sometimes when a hook, a phrase, a bar is something that you need to say over again. You need to say, now they look at me different, like I change. Everybody knows everybody know the things change, but it's different when you change things. Okay.
Yeah. It's changed, but it's different when you change things. Yeah. How do you know that? Wow.
What do you mean? What do you mean? I did the work. I did the work. What do you mean?
Everybody knows that things change, but it's different when you change things. That's real.
No, because okay, and that was another one of those bars. So I'm sitting here and I'm doing the research and I'm listening to the music, and I was like, "Excuse me." He said, "What?" Like I literally, yo, I promise you, I literally was like, "No, wait." He said, "What now?" And I had to old school do it like it was a recorder. I literally wrote down a few lines, make sure I didn't miss the pronunciation, the exactness of the words, and then went back, rewound it, and did it all over again, just to make sure I
Wow.
had that right.
Yo,
Yo,
yeah.
like that is the truth. Literally, it is the truth. The song is called "Truth." Take me through your creative process about what that means to you and how grand that song is for you at that point.
Man, it's just that line, bro. Like, everybody say like, it's a they take pride in not changing. I'm the same. I'm the same. Well, things are supposed to change, but when you do it, it's different. You know what I'm saying? When you change
Right.
whatever it is you know what I'm saying? That can go so many ways, bro. Like, you know what I mean? And it's something
Mm-hmm.
that you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah, bro.
yo. Like I literally was like, that part right there had me like, I'm gonna need to rewind this. Like, yo, and there are my whole goal for like this series of Saga, and even if it's and even if I take a break afterwards, is one to gain viewership, of course, but two is to also represent people that I like, and yes, I'm going back to my roots and rehashing with everybody that I've already, done the show with, and also reaching out to newer people as well.
Yeah.
But it has to be something that I genuinely love. And when I was like, I heard this line and I knew I had to do the work, I said, "Oh, we have to do this." And I had to get back. We have to do this. This is unnecessary.
Yeah.
Okay, so take me through how what I call power, but how PWRR came about. Like, how did this come about for you? It was like, this is the end of one project, and now moving to the next. How does that work for you?
I wanted to make a project, bro. Like, the crazy thing is, I made that project in like a month. I was, I want to say it was like, bro, it was just, I just caught a crazy zone, man. And I just went crazy. And, I made like, I was doing like a track a day, and then like I would stop for like 2 days. I made that joint like a month, bro.
So also, since you said that you made it in a month, how do you equate what tracks you keep and what tracks you don't use? I mean, what tracks you don't use and what you keep?
I don't do that with this one here. I didn't do that. Didn't do that.
And what made that different this time?
So that's the thing. Like, whenever I make projects, I never do that. If I start doing something and it don't sound right, I just stop and I go on to something else. But usually, I can tell if it'll go halfway through. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if something go, it's getting placed somewhere. You know what I mean? I'm a have it make sense in a way. Yeah, man. Like, I think the first song I did for it was "Don't Stress." I didn't ever stress, and just the feel of that boom boom cat boom cat like it's just a good hip hop feel. But like, I just wanted to talk. I think I played that for you on the very first interview that we did.
You did. And, I remember that.
Yeah, and like, bro, it's just I wanted to give people a side that I didn't show on my last project. Kind of. Like that real boom bap shit, and just like, bro, I was just out of my pocket, man. I was just showing people like, yo, I can do this too, kind of thing. You know what I mean? So,
well, again, like I said, you got on the stage with a keyboard and and the saxophone, and I was very confused. I was like, and let me tell you something. What I think people fail to realize, that takes a lot of endurance. You had to rock a stage, blow into a wind instrument, and then keyboard it down, and then still rap at the same time.
Yeah, man. I try to like, I ain't never like too much out of shape, but like if I got a show in 2 weeks or whatever like that, I start as soon as I know I have a show. Like the whole prep starts then. You know what I mean? Yeah. And plus, I'm so used to being on stage. I've been doing that shit since I was a kid, man. So I'm just used to it. Yeah.
And that's why I think I'm big on trying to change how I eat, what I do. You know what I'm saying to you? Not that I'm rocking nobody's stages anymore. It's fine. It is what it is. However, you know what I'm saying to you? I got some other goals in mind that I really want to get my life centered around for. So it's gonna be good. But I feel you. Sometimes you do have to discipline yourself. Speaking of disciplining yourself.
Yeah.
How does the writing process go for you? Is it like I sit down, I write it, or you're automatically like, I dream, I'm on go mode?
It's both, man. It's both. It's times where everything is like where everything is like going, clicking, the big hitting is deep, and there's times where with me where I just loop something for like an hour and I don't stop looping it until I come up with something. And
gotcha.
And I find something. It's weird. I do a whole bunch of stuff. I look. I watch like an old Kanye concert or something like that, and just have it playing in the background while I'm writing. You know what I mean? Come up with stuff. Cause I'm weird, bro. A lot of shit. I just need to have a conversation sometimes with somebody. I might call up a chick or something like that. You know, like weird stuff, bro. I be doing a lot of shit just to get a bar out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Because that was the thing. Because I think people have their studio behavior, which is a little bit different. Like some people drink, some people smoke, somebody, you do XYZ. But I always wonder what other people do. Like if I'm writing a verse for somebody and especially if it's a feature. If I write a feature, I'm like, yo, I have to lock in. It has to be the best thing. And then I write it once on my phone, and then I write it a second time on my phone. And then for the love of it, this is the weirdest shit ever. I write it in a notebook because I just like the way the pen and paper actually feels. I actually write it in the notebook. So yes, you're not as strange as it seems. Like, why would I go through all of that work only to rewrite it again?
You gonna get that drink one way or the other. That's how I be looking at it, man.
Mm-hmm. But, and then if I love it, I sit here and I perform it over and over again. Like, oh, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do. Not doing any of those things, but it sounds good. it sounds good. Okay. So you are an artist that paints a lot of pictures. Like you're a Picasso in a certain kind of way. What inspires you? Like, is it the everyday life? Is it like just what you see? Like, what really inspires you and says, this is the message I want to bring to people?
Life. The questions that a lot of people have about life that they don't ask. A lot of other people's stories about their life kind of story. I'm able to bring that into life. I could do a whole song about my grandmother, just off what she told me, you know what I mean? But just life in general, man. And that's a topic, but how I approach it, like how I like with Play On, I had to do a song. And I chose to do it for like Black empowerment, but how I did it, I didn't do it with the I'm Black and I'm proud kind of thing. Like I came from the perspective of like, yo, we've been getting shitted on for years. Right. And why we being hated on so much? Like you gotta think about like the greatest in whatever. Somebody hates that motherfucker. Like somebody hates Jordan. Somebody hate LeBron. Somebody hate Michael Jackson. Why? If he was white, would you hate him that much? You know what I mean? Like I don't know nobody hating on Tom Brady, like OD. You know what I'm saying? But it's because you Black the majority of the time. I'm saying that's all the time, but I just approach that I just have a whole approach to shit in a whole other way, man.
Yeah, you really do. So I hate on Tom Brady. I wanted it to be over regardless. I was like, aren't you 40, sir? Why are you still playing football? Like, stop.
Bro, did you know Tom Brady was the last pick in the draft, bro? That's great. I could never. Like, he the GOAT, bro. Like, he wouldn't even in the league, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Which in turn makes you realize that anything can happen. Like, yo, you say Brady was the last pick. Remember, Fantasia was the last pick on American Idol. Right, you know what I'm saying? So anything can happen, and sometimes it's just your time and your destiny. So I believe that. Yeah. I definitely believe that. But I just wanted him to sit down though. Like, sir, you old now. it's tiresome. Like, bro, you like look, honestly, the truth be told, when they draft NFL players, these players are kids. And I think that we don't think past that because their stature is so large, but they children. they in their 20s. Yeah. So I give it to you. You was a psycho because you was like, damn, in your 40s are still doing this. But let it go now. Let it go. Because what's going to happen, and I pray for him, his body going to be jacked. His body is going to be jacked up. After all of them years.
Yeah, that's not because he keep an offensive line, man, so.
Yeah. So is there a specific spot in your studio, in your house, or it just in the car or a place that you go that makes you feel creative?
Down here, man. Well, I'm right here. Yeah. Where I make everything, bro.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I've been in this spot. I sat in this room for when I finished the room. I sat in this room for 3 days.
I've done
Like,
I've done shit like that before, but no bullshit.
mhm.
Like,
Yeah, I was like, I'm just gonna sit there. I was like, what's the point of moving? It's fine. It's okay.
yeah.
So anything else coming up as far as new projects are concerned, or?
Man, I gotta say, life is beautiful, man. I'm very grateful. But real quick, man, the Play On record, I gotta say this. It put me in a position where I was able to um, do a deal with Pharrell's company, I'm Other. And
Ooh,
yeah, and like it's crazy nobody really knows about that shit. But yeah, man. So
thank you for giving me these exclusives. I appreciate you.
yeah, I was handpicked by him to be placed on that album. So that's where Play On is right now. And I got that going on, and on top of that, I just completed an album like I want to say January 4th. So that's probably like I want to say hopefully springtime, but I'm still taking care of like a little few things, but this is like my best work ever, man. Like ridiculous, but I'm so happy about that. So yeah, man. But this time through, like I can't even say, man. It's just I just can't wait for people to hear it, bro.
So, any collaborations on this one, or?
I'm getting Will a Rapper. He gonna be on a track on here, and Lydia back too. But I might have one more, but I don't want to say who it is yet. But I might have one more. It's gonna be a pretty big deal.
Okay.
So yeah. Yeah.
So speaking of which, that's another thing I was thinking about. Feature wise, you usually keep it pretty low key. Like there's not a lot of collaborations. Is it more that you're on that work? I can do all of this myself. I got this kind of situation, or is that you just don't feel like there's enough people to vibe with you?
So as far as me getting on other people's shit, like I'm very open to that. I've actually I did like 3 features last year. And I don't know if you heard this joint called Oil Money.
I did.
By 7, bro, I went crazy. So
I did in my research for you, so that I can cross that, yeah.
For me to have somebody on my project or a certain song, it just gotta make sense, man. That's just plain. I don't force anything. I don't go at somebody because they got a name. Well, if it makes sense, it makes sense. So that's how I approach it. I'm very cautious of who does what or whatever like that, or like who I have on my project. But majority of it, I try to do it by myself. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and I think that the artistic value of the music comes through amazingly. Like every single time I'm like super impressed, and I always get a vibe. First of all, I like it because it's always mixed and engineered really well too. Are you also doing that, or are you having someone else do it?
So it's partly me, but I gotta go to my man Nigel. He work at Architect Studios. Nigel is that's like a mentor to me, kind of, sort of, man. Like he teaches me so much, but that man take my music from here and then go to a whole nother level. So, but the fact that he knows that I produce and things like that, I'm able to do certain things that a normal rapper isn't able to do. I can go home and fix something. Like, all right, cool. Now I'm gonna take it back and do this. And he's like, oh, go ahead. And so yeah, it's kind of, yeah, man. I gotta take it to Nigel. So.
Got you. Anything that you are playing with, like as far as your musical situation, that you were like, you sat down, you did something, and you were like, yo, this shit right here is awesome, or something that you just didn't like? Was there anything that you played with and you were like, it works, it doesn't?
Yo, my main thing I've been doing now is just going crazy with my voice, bro. Not everything has to be OD lyrical or whatever like that, but how I experimented with my voice on this project, it just took me to a whole nother level, man. I'm doing certain things that nobody's ever heard before in this way, but musically it's very creative, but to the normal ear it sounds simple, and that's what I was trying to get myself to. It's like a 12-year-old to be able to sing this. You know what I mean? And that's the new approach on the album, man. So
yeah. And I love the wordplay, like we talked about before in Truth, which is one thing, but like your wordplay has been crazy. Like I see that there are a lot more double entendres in PWRR versus that there have ever been. How did you kind of come forward with that?
I honestly just getting nicer, bro. I've been practicing and just, bro, I've been writing music for so long, man. You only gonna get better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was a time where I didn't know how to write a song. You know what I'm saying? Kept writing, and next thing you know, I could write a song for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, just getting nicer, bro. Just keep on at it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you make my damn day. I ain't gonna lie to you. You are in my list. Believe that. Like you are in my every interview that I do with artists that I really rock with and I like and then get excited by. You're one of the ones that is in there and you're in that rotation. And like I'll hear songs and I'll be like, there are moments where I'm like, yo, is this Kanye? Is this? I'm like, is this live? Like I have to like stop for a second and be like, oh wait, that's Wish. Okay, I got it. I remember what this song is now. And it is. I got a question. You don't have to answer it. Okay. We've kind of talked about this before. So you have a speech impediment. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Slightly.
Now
it is not.
It's terrible sometimes. I ain't gonna hold you. It can be bad.
Okay, so let me tell you what happened, right? So the first time when it happened to you and you were in front of me and you said it, I was like, oh snap. Like I have a cousin, he studied his whole life, so I get it. I understand. I ain't even tripping. Like I'm like, okay, cool. But the fact that you addressed it was so crazy. But my question to you
was,
I was like, yo, you literally addressed it the moment of I'm like, okay. And I just like I moved on, like shit happens, it's fine, it is what it is. But my question for you is, of course you're critiquing and making your own music, but does that ever get in the way of you recording?
Hell no. Whenever I record, it's the same feeling I get at performing. So if I'm performing, it don't happen at all. It's usually when I'm talking in my normal voices where it flare up shit. Flare up like this.
No, that's okay. We all got that. We all got something. Like I will stutter or use like 101 times just to try to get my brain together. But I feel you. So yeah, it's cool.
So whenever I'm in performance mode, for some reason that shit click off, and I just be It's like
would have never known until you said something. I was like, I am literally sitting and looking at you that day, and you said, "Oh yeah, by the way, I got a speech impediment." I was like, "Okay, so moving on." Like I just didn't even know how to handle that particular push, but it was cool. It was definitely cool, and I love that. And I think one of the things that I want the audience to know, I want people to understand that Wish is the most determined person you will ever meet. Speaking of which, my homegirl Neffy Rap, she said hello. Because I talked to her the other day and I told her that you were going to be on the show, and she was like, "Yeah, that's my bae. I know Wish." So, but yeah, like yo, you are utterly determined, and I like through adversities, through the stutter and stammer of it all and just everything, like you continue to move. What motivates you? Like how do you get yourself out of bed in the morning?
Pretty much, man. You can hear me good, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I was 19, man, I joined the Air Force, right? And I'm trying to make a long story short. I got a job in the Air Force where I got to go to a funeral every day. You know what I mean? So I've been going to a funeral every day since I was 19. And it just changed my view on life, bro. Like a lot of people live to retire, like their life starts at retirement. You know what I'm saying? That shit is so whack, bro. You prepare to live, but it's like, yo, you might not wake up tomorrow. So if
Right.
you could choose, what would you want to do with your life? I don't think a lot of people ask themselves that, or that thought doesn't cross a lot of people's minds. And me going to a funeral every day, that shit was on my mind every day. I want to make music for people and make them feel good and add some kind of light and positivity into the world. You know what I mean? And, that's how I give back to the earth. Like, even when I die, like, my shit's still here. My voice is still here. So it's like, that's my mark. You know what I mean? That's what gives me happy, joy. Like, bro, it brings me true peace to hear somebody say, yo, that song touched me in a way. Like, that shit is amazing, man.
Yeah. Like I said, Joe, you on my new workout playlist. So I'm like, yeah, you definitely motivate in a certain kind of way that I think is like, and I think after seeing that, it gives you so many years beyond your years. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
yo, you really got an in-depth kind of situation with yourself where you be like, this little dude, how old? Like, yo, like, yo, you really got it. And I love what you said about that, because my major goal in life has always just been to try to give as much positive energy as I can. You know what I'm saying to you? And this is why I do these interviews and do what I want to do. You don't want to know the backstory about how I got here today, okay? Like, it was a lot, but I feel you. I feel you. Definitely feel you on that. But it looks like, Gammy, I am coming to the end of this, and I appreciate you so much. Absolutely.
Appreciate you for having me, bro. For real.
You're welcome. I will reach out anytime you project, you got new things going on, let me know. It will be your time to shine right now. So let them know where they can find you, where the new music is, all that good stuff. Go.
What's up, y'all? I'm WishGranted. Instagram is WishGranted. Twitter, WishGranted_. I got a new project out called PWRR, streaming everywhere. Also, go stream Play On. That shit fire. And yeah, I got some good shit coming, man. This year, 2021, about to be crazy. I'm about to do something. It's gonna change my life. So I hope it changes yours. And yeah,
Absolutely.
man. Simple as that. So yeah.
So I'm gonna close out. You stay on for a minute. I'm gonna close out and then get it popping, and I'm gonna talk to you about a few other things as well. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Hold on 1 second. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so very much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. We got another one coming up on, I think, next Friday. What we talking about in here? I got another special guest coming up on one of the Fridays. Well, sorry, it won't be next Friday because my wife's birthday is coming up. So some of that I'm gonna change into the following Friday, and then I got some other special guests. So make sure y'all stay tuned for that. Yo, don't forget. Like I end every show, fear, false evidence appearing real. It's only real in your mind if you make it real in your mind. And Wish is one of the most dopest dudes that I know. So make sure y'all check him out on all the streaming platforms. Make sure y'all check him out on all the music platforms, because, yo, his shit is just that nice. Once again, I've been your boy Young Smooth, and y'all just chill with me and Wish. So don't you feel good about it? I know you do. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all next week. Peace.